We'll bring him in as he comes in.
And
All right.
we're live.
Hello, everybody. It's not showing up on my screen. There it
Yeah, we
goes.
did went live 20 seconds ago.
Okay. Catfish Hunter in the house. We
Okay,
got
go all the way back up to the top. Willard was in first. We got Chrissy Brown, Ernie Brown, Willard Young, Bluegrass Adventures, Brian D.
Brian.
Catherine, Catfish Hunters. Hey, bud, how you doing? We got Dale. We
Mo.
got Mo Creek, Mike Irving,
Maurice.
Maurice Cason.
Georgia.
Speaking with JBT. Welcome, buddy.
Creo.
Creole Catfishing. Welcome, bud. How you doing, Tim? Miss Lacey, how are you doing? Robert James, Georgia Fisherman. I'm watching another monitor that keeps up the quicker. 1 ton, Art. David Ogden. Jump on in there.
I've lost where you're at.
Dragonfire just came in.
My computer is working slower than my phone, so I've lost the
Meg,
list. I
Meg
see
Chatter,
1 ton.
Hooks and Hammocks.
Lacey serving from my home.
She has a good channel.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey has a good channel. I went over there and watched some of her stuff. Lyle, how you doing?
Hey,
Uh,
Lyle.
Hayes will be joining us here shortly. He's just finishing up with his cleaning up the Valentine's dinner. So he'll be coming in here shortly. So how is everybody's Valentine's Day going?
Mine has been nice and peaceful.
How is your arm doing or your shoulder doing, Lyle?
Okay, Kevin, enjoy all that great looking food.
What did he say?
He said that they were stuffing their faces and listening.
Enjoy that good food, Kevin. Lacey, that pin was awesome. The deer pin is awesome.
Yes.
So if you guys have any questions or you want to ask us anything, you can ask us now in the comments. Put an asterisk before the question so we can be able to catch it and see it.
Oh no, Whiskers and Stripes fell this morning. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything's okay. I don't know how that is. I get super sore when I fall too.
Get well soon, Whiskers and Stripes. I know how that feels. But be careful and take it easy, bud. Vincent Fines, how you doing?
Creo, we're expecting anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow here in Kentucky, so I'd
Good. You
rather
can
be
have
down there with
everything.
you.
I'll ship everything that's coming here to you guys.
No, that's all right.
Besides, everything that's coming here is going your way anyway.
This is true.
Backwards and bluegrass and roadside. Thank you, Catfish Hunter, for sharing the links.
Fins and Funds.
Where's that, Chrissy?
Now, I know the snow totals keep going up, so
Texas is looking for 2 to 6 inches.
golly. David Ogden, 65 and sunny Weir.
Where?
That's what David
California.
Ogden said.
David's
Well,
in California. Yeah, he's in California.
well,
PD,
send me
what's
your
up,
address because I'm on my way to California.
Yeah, we got the man of the hour coming in.
Hey, PD.
Let's welcome the man, the myth, the legend, Haz Life.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me on the show.
Good, you're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Welcome.
Appreciate you very much. I'm just getting all set up here. Give me 1 second.
Quite all right.
Let's see. We got 30 wonderful, beautiful people in the house. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, too. 1 second.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and Jazz, too.
Wonderful, beautiful people in the house. Happy Valentine's Day. Let me mute that. And then there we go. How's your Valentine's Day, guys?
All right.
It was okay.
Not bad. Yeah.
We just got finished.
Putting in that work.
Putting in that work. You're a late night owl, right?
Evan's been working all the time, 16-hour shifts.
Ooh,
my weekend shifts are crazy stupid. I started Friday night at 11, which is graveyard, where I'm covering someone else's shift.
Mm-hmm.
Then my day shift starts on Saturday from 7 to 7.
Mm.
Now I'm going into covering his shift again tonight and tomorrow night, or from Friday to Monday morning, which is almost 62 hours on the job. So
that's crazy. That's to have to flip flop your schedule all the time like that, man. I don't know how you do it.
The guy that's supposed to be helping me do security on weekends,
yeah,
he was in the hospital, and now they've been trying to call him to find out the updates, and they can't find out anything.
Gotcha.
Serena, how you doing, girl?
Yeah. Hey, everybody in chat. I see you guys' messages. I'm just, kind of focused on chatting with Abby and Kate right now. So I see you guys, though. Hello to everyone. Appreciate you.
Give us a little intro on yourself.
Well, let's start off with Valentine's Day. My wife, Jasmine, she made some delicious food. She cooked up catfish, crabs, lobster, shrimp, steak. Man, it was delicious. First time having Alaskan king crab too today. That was good. That was really good. So big shout out to her. She's my better half. We'll start there.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, but about myself, those of you that don't know, I started fishing almost 2 years ago now. I didn't grow up in a fishing background. I didn't have a fishing family. I just kind of learned on my own, watching YouTube a lot, watching a lot of other YouTubers. That's how I learned how to do everything, how to tie my knots, what rigs to use. Like YouTube has literally taught me so much about fishing, and I appreciate it so much. Like all the other YouTubers out there, they inspire me, and that's what keeps me going and keeps me grinding. And I just hope that through my knowledge and my experiences, I can share that with people and help them, encourage them, especially people that want to get started in YouTube. People that have been fishing for a long time but don't necessarily know how to do the YouTube. And I definitely can give advice. You guys can reach out to me on email hazlifefishing@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. I have Haz Life Fishing, or Instagram. DM me. I answer. I respond. And I'm here to help grow this community. I appreciate the community that I've been in. I joined this community a little over 6 weeks ago, and man, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. Chatting with everybody every single day in the live stream, seeing who's gonna go live next. I enjoy the live streams. I also enjoy the chats in the live streams too, as well. Because you get to keep in contact with everybody on a daily basis, and it's amazing what this platform has brought to the community. So. Yeah, that's a little bit about myself. I know I went rambling on and kind of covered a bunch of different bases, but
That's all right.
What it's about is for us to get to know you better
yeah,
by doing this.
yeah.
What really got you into catching big cats, the blue cats, the flatheads?
Okay, so in my area, fishing slows down. Like in a lot of areas, fishing slows down in the fall and in the winter. But catfish, they seem to hit all year round. I mean, the bite definitely slows down a lot, but from Brandon, Baltimore Angler, and Mark Fishing Magician, we would go out and wrangle catfish. In the wintertime, they always say deep waters to go after the big cats. Watching chunky cats. So my first 6 times going catfishing, I got skunked. I didn't catch anything. I was trying cut bait, dough bait, chicken liver. I didn't know you had to wrap it, wrap some yarn around it. It was flying off the hook. I'm using worms. I'm trying all this stuff out. And then I finally figured it out when I was watching Chunky Cats. He was like, eel. And I switched to eel, and I stand by it. Like, I use eel in the spring through fall season. That's all I use is eel. Like, I love eel. And I was just killing them off of eel. And I just got real lucky. I fish from the bank. That's what I've done my whole life. I got a kayak too, and I fish from my kayak, but not for catfishing though, just from the bank. And we went out. Me and Mark last year, we went out hunting for the big blues in the winter. And before I caught my PB of 52 pounds, my PB was only 19 pounds. So like Brandon and TBA and Fishing Magician, like, man, Haz, you are the luckiest fisherman I know. You skipped the 20s, 30s, 40s, and went straight into the 50s. Like, people chase that fish for a lifetime, and some never get it. And it just happened to me and Mark. We were fishing off of a dock, and the fish just happened to hit my line. We were going crazy. And once I caught that 52, like, I was hooked. I was already hooked before then, but then that just solidified it even more, man. Got so much views.
In the 52.
Yeah. And so after that, I was fishing for catfish, all year. During COVID, a lot of stuff was shut down, so I was traveling a lot and fishing for a bunch of multi-species, just trying to become a better overall angler, traveling. And then in the fall, I picked back up into, getting to the catfish again, heavy. And then you guys saw, Chunky Cats lend me his rods, and we went out and on one live stream and got super lucky again, caught 9 catfish and a new PB of 62 pounds. And that was crazy. That was amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
That's amazing. Borrow someone else's rods, go out and catch a 62-pound cat on it.
Chunky said I stole his thunder.
Well, yeah, you did.
He hasn't been catching since then.
Oh.
Oh, but man, that was a fight, man. That 52 was a fight. That 62 was definitely a heck of a fight. It was challenging getting them in, especially on the bank. It was muddy, super muddy, and it was low tide, so I had to walk out some ways to get them. And I don't use a net, so I just go out there and grab them by the, just grab them by the lip and pull them out.
Grab them and pull them in.
Yeah, I wasn't letting him get away. There was no way.
No.
Right.
There was no way he was getting away.
So tell everybody about your new purchase you made and your exciting new Haz Life merchandise and all that.
Yes. So, I've been doing YouTube now for 18 months, and, I study a lot of, behind the scenes. I look on, I look up a lot of stuff, and I study a lot, and I put a lot of work into this. And I'm just so excited that my fan base has been growing, and people, they want to see me do better. They want to see, the channel do better. So I made steps in my life to be able to make better content for everybody else, so that they can enjoy it. And I was been looking for a boat for probably about 3 months. Seriously, I've been looking for a boat for a long time, but just, before you buy a boat, you're looking, trying to get a feel for the market. But for the last 3 months, seriously, I've been looking for a boat. I almost bought one boat, but the guy sold it. I'm glad that he sold it, because I end up finding the boat that I did buy, which was a 222 offshore sports craft, 22 foot. And it's the perfect boat for me and my family. I wanted something that not just I can enjoy, but my family can enjoy, that we can get out on the water. I have a big family, a lot of brothers and sisters, and 6 children of my own. And I wanted something that they don't fall off the boat. I need something with the high walls, and I just can't wait to make content and get out there and be on the water and learn a whole new experience of fishing, because I'm learning, fishing. I'm learning fishing from a boat. I'm learning how to use a boat. So it's all new experience, that I'm going to go down. And I just can't wait for this next chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
One Ton Fishing Club has a question for you. What are you going to be talking about at the Catfish Conference?
I'm gonna wing it. I don't plan stuff. I just wing it, And I think that's like the best way to do it. Like, I will have like points of stuff that I'll write down, and then from there, I'm just gonna be me, be myself, and just put on a show. Tell people about myself. Tell people about my brand. Tell people about my merchandise that I have coming out. Tell people what I have done and what they can look forward to going forward in 2021 in the catfishing community. And I just hope to grow and reach out to, the biggest thing I want to do is just network and reach out to and meet a lot of new people, and just grow from there. That's the biggest thing I want to do, and learn. So I can't wait. This is going to be my first catfish conference, so I'm super excited for it.
Okay, let's go through your catfish rods, tips and tactics, and your gear you use.
Okay, so I didn't actually get a catfish rod until this year. That was my first time getting a catfish rod, and that was the Whisker Seeker, 9'6". After I caught that 62 pounder on it, of course I had to go get me a Whisker Seeker, and I love that rod. It's a fun rod. It has a lot of play in it, and it makes even the little fish exciting to fight, to reel in, like a 5 pound, 10 pound fish. But of course, I got me a couple Muddy River Blue Cat rods from Chris Flores. Big shout out to him. He's a huge supporter of the people that support him, of small channels, catfish community. He's in and out of all the live streams. So definitely big shout out to him, man. I respect him a lot. I respect what he does. But I didn't use I used Penn Fierce 3 in a GX2, ugly stick for the longest time catching catfish, and those worked. I caught the 52 on the Penn Fierce 3 combo. So you don't need the best equipment especially if you're just getting into it and you're learning. Just get a GX2, honestly, and get out there and try it out, figure it out, and go from there. And then if it's something that you're serious about, then you can start investing into the better quality stuff. But you just have to use good line and tie good knots and use good hooks. Those are your main 3. The rod, the reel, all that good stuff can come later. As long as you have good line and you tie good knots and you got good hooks, you're going to catch them.
Right.
All right, I'm going to ask you this one question before I ask you the question from Art again. What 3 knots would you have a beginner learn to tie?
That would be the polymer knot, and the improved clinch knot. Those are the only 2 knots that I use. And then I use the double uni knot to tie my leaders. So those 3 knots are the very, very important to know how to use. You should know all 3 of those knots. That's my go-to right there. All 3 of those knots.
That's good. One son's asking, so is it an interview, or is it your time to talk about whatever you choose?
So they haven't really their more details are coming out. They just wanted to they reached out, said, do I want to be a part of it? Of course I said absolutely, not knowing what I'm getting myself into. We'll figure that stuff out later, So I think it's going to be a little bit of an interview and just a little bit of you telling. Kevin's going to be on the panel. I think he's going to ask some questions and stuff. So Palmetto Cats, big shout out to him. And so, yeah, we're just going to go from there. So, and you guys have to excuse me. My wife has a package that's coming. Well,
No problem. You step away for
and I think they're going to be bringing it in here soon. So I may have to step out for a second and come right back.
No problem.
Yeah.
That's no problem. So let's go back to it. Tell everybody about your merchandise.
Oh yeah. So So I have Haz Life merchandise. It's actually getting printed up right now in the factory. It's all stitched, premium quality, hoodies. We have beanie hats. We have sun visors, and we also have dry fit t-shirts. Not t-shirts, long sleeve shirts too as well. The dry fits are not stitched; those are printed on. But it's all very good quality. It's going to come to you guys at a very affordable price. I will be taking pre-orders right now. Well, you can email me at hazlifefishing@gmail, and I will save your order, and then as soon as the merchandise comes in, then I will send out the invoice. I'm not going to take any money or anything like that, or invoice anybody until I actually have the stuff in hand. So we got all sizes, all the way from small all the way up to 3X, in all the products. And I just can't wait to get that stuff out to you guys too. So as soon as it comes in, trust me, you're gonna see me wearing it, and my whole family's gonna wear it, and we're gonna have a good time with it.
Good deal. Good deal.
Are you going to be doing stickers with your logo on it as well?
Yeah, I will be doing stickers. I have somebody else doing that, and what I'm gonna do with the stickers is I'm just gonna send them in the packages for free. With all orders, I'm just gonna send the stickers just to get it out there. As you can tell, I like to give stuff away. I like to support people that support me, and we just have fun. That's what I do. I like to share the wealth, share the knowledge, and stay humble and stay hungry.
If one of the mods in chat can be posting Haz Life's channel link and everything, help him share the love and share him out, it'd be great.
You said hazlifefishing@gmail.com?
Yes, hazlifefishing@gmail.com. They can email me there, or they can reach me on Haz Life Fishing on Instagram, Haz Life Fishing on Facebook.
Okay. And of course, I like your merch that's got Sweet Doggy on it. That's my favorite.
On the back of the merchandise, we got the famous line every time I catch a big fish, the Sweet Doggy. And the story behind that was I was out fishing. It was like in my earlier YouTube days. I caught a bass out of the kayak, and it was like my first time catching a bass out of the kayak. I don't even remember saying Sweet Doggy, but when I was going back to edit the footage, I heard myself say Sweet Doggy, and I played it back like 10 times. I was laughing so hard. I showed my friends, they were laughing so hard, and I was just like, man, I just have to. That's it. That's gonna be my slogan right there.
Yeah, it was perfect. First time I heard it, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it makes people laugh. Put a smile on their face.
Yeah, it does for sure.
This one might put you on the spot. What was your most embarrassing catfishing moment on the bank?
Okay, so I have a short. I haven't put it out yet, but it will be coming out this week. And this was my first lesson of finding out about how loose you have to put the drag for those catfish will take your rod. I had a rod. I was fishing at the tidal basin. It was around September, October, and I had a chair, like the chairs we sit down at the live streams, the foldable chairs, and I had my rod resting over that, cast it out, and the rod was sitting over the back of it, and I was sitting down in a chair on the pad, and I had my GoPro was still on. Luckily, I was tying a leader or tying on another rig on my bass rod on my bait caster, and a catfish just hit out of nowhere and just took the rod, flipped it over, and it was dragging into the water. And I dove and I grabbed onto it by the handle and saved the rod from going in.
I bet you that's
That was my
very
most embarrassing
embarrassing.
moment. And that's when I learned, that drag was not loose enough.
Now, would that be also considered your most funniest blooper reel?
Yeah, that would be my most funniest one. Also, I had another one last year when I was out fishing with Mark. I went to go drop the catfish in the water, and then I jumped back because the splash came up so big, and I was standing on a ledge, and like I stepped back and slipped off and fell back on the ledge. And I had my camera over my shoulder recording everything, so I put that up too as well. I don't mind laughing at myself. If I do something stupid or something funny, I'm gonna put it up there. We're all gonna laugh together.
Right.
So I'll put that up too in another short. I know a lot of people have been doing shorts lately. I just haven't done it yet, but I will be putting some shorts together.
Yeah, those shorts are pretty neat.
Yeah.
I saw first one I saw was Mike Greenwell's. I thought it was cool.
No loose rod is safe while catfishing.
That's right. After that, I got some rod holders.
I've had some big cats break some heavy wall, heavy gauge PVC, crack it from one end to the other.
Shoot.
That's when the drag's set.
Break PVC. That's impressive. That's impressive.
I've even had them
about using PVC on the boat too, so maybe I won't go that route.
No, I found some heavy gauge, heavy coil spring catfish rod holders.
Yeah.
Because when the cats bend them, that spring grips around the handle, and when it gets laid flat, the cat can't pull it out of the rod holder, but that drag will whistle like a Dixon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I use coils. That's what I use. I didn't know that. It was
I like those heavy gauge springs because I've had them lay over.
Yeah.
Twice on the Kaskaskia with big cats, and I mean, it just made the drag whistle.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get that rod out of that holder. But that rod just laying there like
peel and
jump
drag.
on the ground.
Peel and drag.
Creo wants to know, since you're relatively new to fishing, what's something you learned about fishing that surprised you or that you didn't think was true before?
Something that surprised me. Honestly, I don't think there is too much that has surprised me. This chicken though that these people are catching these catfish on, I still have yet to get into the chicken game, and someone's gonna have to make me a believer. Some people swear by it, but I just haven't gone down that route yet.
I'm not going that route with chicken. I'm leaving the chicken on the grill and on the plate where it belongs.
I love chicken too much. That's why I don't like to waste my chicken. I love it too much.
Exactly. Chicken and dumplings, homemade chicken and dumplings, homemade barbecue chicken, chicken wings.
I tried it because I wasn't getting any bites on anything else, so I thought I would try it. But I didn't have any luck off of it, so
yeah,
I don't know.
I know you partly covered this, but what are your go-to baits?
So my go-to baits are eel from spring to fall, and then lately my go-to bait has been carp. That's why I've been catching all my catfish on is carp, and of course gizzard shad if I can get to it, but that's only if I'm out with somebody on the boat. Obviously, it's not easy to get gizzard shad from the bank, but carp. I just go to the Asian market and I pay for my carp because I don't always have time to go out there and try to catch me some carp. So my time is my money. I just go out there and buy some.
Right.
Norman, I take that with a grain of salt from a baby killer.
Those two pick on each other all the time. So, do you prefer, you said that good line was important. Do you prefer braid or mono?
I use braid. I use 50-pound braid. That's what I've always used when catfishing. I just like braid. But that may change from the boat because I've heard that when you get snagged, it's not always easy to get that snag off, and sometimes
Braid is like Cajun line.
Right.
What's that?
Braid is like Cajun line; it will not break.
Yeah. So when I start fishing from the boat, I may have to go to some 25-pound mono or something like that because if it's pulling my boat in, it's not breaking. That's not good.
Yeah.
A friend of mine in chat. I don't know if you have this fish up there up north, but Asian carp and big silverhead carp are good for bait.
We don't have Asian carp, but we have mirror carp and grass carp.
But hey, those are still good catfish bait.
Yeah, that's what I use. I use that.
My
If they
basic
don't have that,
go-to
I use
bait.
buffalo carp.
My basic go-to baits are bluegills, shad, skipjack, Asian carp, big head carp, red horse suckers, and suckers. And if I can find eel here, I use them too.
Yeah.
But I normally catch my eel out of the Mississippi off of hook and worm.
Yeah, I use bluegill too in the summertime. I'll go out to my pond and catch a bunch. Go out there and live line them, put them on live, try to catch some flatheads. But so far, only blues have been hitting them. I haven't caught a flathead yet, so I'm hoping I can catch one this year.
So you use bait casters, right?
Yeah. Well, I just got my first bait caster for catfish, and that was the Chaos 50. Before that, I just used spinning reels. And I actually, my first live stream when I went with the Chaos, I backlashed that thing and broke it off like 4 times while I was still getting it dialed in on the live stream.
Hi, Tina Ladybug. How are you doing? And welcome. Everybody, let's please keep I know he's in chat tonight, but let's keep prayers and thoughts with Tim Molina. He's having some medical issues that he needs some healing on.
Prayers go out to you, Tim. I hope you get better soon.
Absolutely.
What are your goals for this coming year for your channel?
My goals this year are, I don't set goals in as far as like subscribers and stuff like that. I just, we're just gonna keep grinding and just keep taking it as it comes. But to put out content, a lot of content for you guys, at least twice a week. And I want to get into striper fishing. So that's going to be my goal. That was one of the main reasons why I bought the boat that I did, so I can take it out on the bay and learn how to troll and learn how to go out there and catch some striper, because striper fishing is very big in Maryland. It's
Really?
very big. You have striper fishing and catfishing are, 2 of your most popular, biggest and best fights in Maryland. So and I still want to get better at tackling the catfish too. My goal is to learn the Potomac River from the boat standpoint, and just go out there and grind and find some honey holes and to get on catfish on a consistent basis, be able to get on some big catfish. So that's my goals.
No,
That was my next question. So you're in Maryland and you fish mostly on the Potomac, right?
Yes. I
Okay.
fish the lakes, the local lakes. We have some pretty big lakes, so I fish the lakes. But no catfish in there really. Nothing anything big. If you want to catfish, you go to the Potomac River, and that's where I spend a lot of my time catfishing on the Potomac River. There's a lot of other species in there too, but I mainly target catfish in the Potomac.
Right.
Snakeheads too. I love snakeheads. I love going after snakeheads. Those are fun fighting fish. So you will see. As long as my lives, my internet works at the location that I go after for snakeheads, you will see some lives. If not, then you'll just see the videos. But I like, and they taste very good too. If you've never had a
Really?
snakehead, definitely worth the try.
Huh.
So what video or live stream do you have on your channel that had the most highest views?
It was my catfishing video. I believe the 52 pounder. That was my most views. Up until recently, I think it got overtaken by um this video where I put $100 budget together and I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and I put a spinning rod. I bought a spinning reel and a rod for $100. You know, the best rod for under $100, and that was a Berkeley spinning rod. The rod was like $40, and then I got the presidential Fluger Presidential spinning reel, which I love that reel. That reel is a very nice, well quality reel, especially for like $60. It only costs. It's a very well made reel. And that video, it just gets views over time when you put up videos like how-to videos or, you know, buy this or buy that. Those always get views. So I would definitely tell anybody that's want to start out on YouTube, do how-to videos. I do knot time videos. I did a video of how to spool baitcaster. That video still always gets like at least 20 views a day, 30 views a day. Like, it's just, you know, that's good for your channel growth.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah, I started the unboxing videos because
Mhm.
I wanted to get some content up on there. So
Yeah,
I started those just recently.
keep it up. They may not get on until like a month, 5 months, or a year later, but it just gets in the algorithm and it just keeps going.
Yeah, just
Right.
keep getting the content up and keep getting your face out there and get used to the camera,
Yeah.
and it's going to help.
Yep. You definitely
What
have to
would
get
be
used to
your,
talking to the camera too, talking to the phone. You know, it takes
Yeah.
too, because you know you're
It-
walking up around the lake, people may be looking at you and you're talking loud, and you're like, man, what's
Exactly.
that doing?
Exactly. I always feel weird when I'm sitting on a bank trying to talk to my
Yeah.
phone from, I don't know, 10, 20 feet away. And I'm thinking people are thinking this crazy woman's talking to herself.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Haz, here's one that I think I know how you're getting into it, but I'm not sure. What would you say to a young YouTuber who wants to start his own channel and to promote videos? What would be your advice?
My number one advice would be to start it now. Don't wait, because people always say, well, I gotta wait till I get this, or I gotta wait to just do it. My first videos on my channel, I ordered this strap from Amazon, and it allows you to put your phone on your chest like a GoPro. And I was recording off my phone and I was editing off my phone, and just stay consistent. Keep doing it, keep staying consistent. Grinding, join communities on Facebook and be a part of the community. Don't just join it and just go in there and share links and all that stuff. No, you have to be genuine, you know, be wholehearted, be humble, and learn and network. Those are the biggest things. Stay consistent, and stay consistent is the number one key, because you can definitely get burnt out. I know I've had phases where I didn't put out content for a month and a half, because you get caught up in life and family and work and stuff, and it's hard to find the time. But try, you know, put that time aside for your channel and for your growth, and keep grinding.
Man, if you can find time with 6 kids,
Yeah.
which I think is amazing, I don't see why anybody else couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I also can say that he has an amazing wife behind him that supports him and loves him.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
Without that,
I can also see the
out here
support.
doing all these videos and content out there, you gotta have a very strong support system, you know.
Right.
And she's seen my grind and my growth, and she definitely stands behind and supports me in my dream, and I stand behind her and support her in hers and her Gypsy Habanero and her cooking brand. Brandon, he just the Baltimore Angler, he just came by on Friday and picked up 2 plates. And he has an hour drive from my house, and he was like he was gonna go home and probably do a live or eat it there. I said, Brandon, these places aren't gonna make it home. I already know. He was. He said he punished both the places before he got home. The food was so delicious.
That's awesome.
I know you probably heard this on other shows. Other people ask the same question, but your tips and what would be your best tips and advice you'd give to a beginner catfisherman trying to catch catfish?
So number one, find out what bait works in your area. And during that time, because the bait changes from month to month, from warm months to cold months, and tie really good knots and use really good line. And just keep trying. Even if I got, like I said, I got skunked my first 6 times out. I took my kids out and everything. They're, Dad, you suck at fishing. You can't catch nothing. Those videos never made it to the YouTube, but I stayed consistent and I just kept on grinding. Kids, they gonna tell the truth. They just say anything out their mouth, And
Right.
just keep trying. If they're not there, try another spot. Use Google Maps; they're your friend. And just keep it up. You're gonna catch them.
I use Navionics a lot too. And I don't even have a boat, but it's pretty neat because if you zoom in close enough, it'll show you the roads. And see, I'm like a half mile from the river.
Yeah.
And it'll show me the road that I'm on, and it'll show me all the depths of the river right down. If I drive down through there, I can see exactly where the deep spots are and everything. I can just stop and get out and fish. So,
I have yet to use Navionics from the bank. I should use that, but I know I got the information of where all the like deep ledges and drop offs are from other people and stuff. So I didn't really need it in fishing, but I did mark a deep drop off when I was out with Jimbo and Corey, Flatty Daddies, when we were out on that super windy day on Saturday. I found a deep drop off that you can reach from the bank, and I GPS marked that spot because I was like, I'm gonna come back here and fish this from the bank.
Okay, what's your wife's PB blue?
Her PB blue is like 3 pounds, and it was caught on the live stream when she went out fishing with me. That was the first time catching the catfish. She caught 2 of them that day, which was like 2 pounds and 3 pounds. She'll be out with me once the weather gets warmed up a little bit, because we have a 14-month-old son. And it's not always easy to find a babysitter, especially during COVID. But we definitely can't wait to get her out there and so she can catch a fish on that rod Ricky Creations made for her. She's super excited.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that is an awesome rod, Ricky. That was Ricky's Creations that did that.
Yeah, Ricky Creations did that, man. He's a super talented, super awesome guy.
An awesome job.
Yeah, I reached out to him because I knew that I wanted to get a rod, a purple rod, and I was getting all these, ideas sent to me. Sharina was sending me stuff, but I was like, man, I'd rather just get Ricky to customize, make me something special, and that's what I did. I reached out to him, and he said it was going to be a little bit because he's a super busy guy, and I was going to take the time, and then it came in, and it was definitely worth the wait. It was definitely.
That's awesome. P City wants to know what fish finder you're getting.
I just ordered it today. It was a Lowrance TI9, Elite TI9. I was looking, comparing a lot of stuff. They all pretty much do the same thing. The main thing that I wanted was Navionics and mapping. And I want to be able to update the map if it doesn't come with the offshore, because obviously I'm going to be fishing, Chesapeake Bay. And when I do go out to Ocean City, I will take the boat out offshore too as well. And it helped that it's on sale right now on Bass Pro. So if anybody's looking for one, go on there. It's $400 off. So I was like, yeah, I got to jump on this deal.
Right.
Catfish hunter, what do you think about the pin reels and tangling catfish rods?
The tangle with catfish rods and those pin squall phantoms that Jimbo had, man, I love those pin squall phantoms, man. he had the Penn Squalls and the Penn Phantoms. Those things are some really nice bait casting reels. I'm gonna get some too myself. It was a little bit, you had to get used to it because you got to turn on like it's like an on off button when it comes to the bait cast. It's not like you just click the button and then you cast it out. Then you have to flip the switch to be able to reel it back in. So that took a little bit to get used to, but yeah, I love them. They're very well made. And it seems like they last a long time too as well.
Heard a lot of good things about the pins myself.
I have too as well.
Have you ever used the Farmer's Almanac to find good fishing days? Sharina wants to know.
I have not yet, Sharina, but I do have the information. I know that you guys use it. I haven't used it though. I haven't used it. I just go out based on the weather. If I get a day where it's going to be warm, we're going to go out fishing. If we get a day in the break of the snow right now, we're going to go out fishing. So I know Tuesday is going to be a good day, and a break in the weather, but I'm going to be out working on the boat, and hopefully the GPS will be here by then. But if not, I'm just going to get all the wiring rigged up and all that stuff for that. So hopefully I can get it out by the weekend.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing a boat video on your upgrades and everything that you're doing to the boat?
Yes, I'm gonna do a step-by-step walkthrough. I'm gonna do a video of it, how it is right now, more detailed video. I know I just did the live stream, when I was, super excited just to show everybody. But I'm gonna do a video too as well and do a detailed walkthrough and show the upgrades that I'm gonna be doing to it over time. Obviously, not everything's gonna happen all at once, but I'm gonna get, definitely the electronics done this week.
I agree with you, Jason, but I'd say any day that ends in Y is a good day to go fishing. I know you're going to be boat fishing, kayak fishing, but would that also give you time to bank fish?
I'm still going to bank fish. Bank fishing is cheap. You don't have to spend money on gas. Tow the truck down, go get pick up the boat. Because I live in an apartment, so I had to, I have my boat at a lot, a secured lot. So then, I got to drive down there, go pick it up, and then go down to the water. But I'm definitely gonna enjoy the boat, but I'm still gonna be out there bank fishing.
Well, yeah, if you don't have much time, you can just throw a pole in there and go instead of having to go and get in the boat.
Exactly. Because the boat's gonna add a whole nother, hour and a half to the trip. You're gonna add like 45 minutes at least, or an hour in the beginning.
Yeah, so you gotta get up before dawn, go get your boat, and be on the water before sunrise.
Yep. But one thing I have to do is I gotta learn how to use a cast net so I can start stocking up on bait, and I don't have to keep buying this bait.
You going 8 foot, 10 foot, or 5
so
foot?
I'm gonna learn with the smaller one first, probably like a 8 foot or something, 5 foot. I'm gonna learn with that first. Or should I just go big or go home?
Yeah.
How tall are you, Haz?
I'm 6 feet.
You're 6 foot?
Yeah.
You'd be easily able to throw an 8 foot cast net.
Okay. So maybe I'll start there. I'll start with 8 foot.
I'm just saying, for height wise of a person, you can normally tell them what size cast net would be better for them to throw.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're trying to give someone from 5 foot to 5.5 to 11 foot, an 8 foot cast net to throw, and they don't really have the height and the clearance to launch it like they're supposed to. But a 5 foot to 6 foot cast net would be good for someone from in the 5 foot range.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother and I have a 6 foot, and I'm actually getting pretty good at casting it. So, yeah, the taller you are, it's definitely easier for the bigger nets. But if you're not used to using one, I would start with the little one.
Yeah.
Work your way up.
Yeah. I know they say keep a few, so I'll probably order a 5 foot and an 8 foot. Practice with the 5 foot first, and then work my way up to
the 8 foot. I do have a video up on my channel on how to throw cast nets, and that one there I am throwing an 8 foot.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out.
It's a simple way to throw it. It's not all this grabbing nets, doing this and doing that. It's a simple, easy way to do it for a tall person.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out. I'll take all the tips and tricks I can get.
And the way I do it, I'm not using my body to throw it. I'm using the weights that's on the net to launch it.
Gotcha.
If you went out there a little farther, you can put a little bit of force behind it, but you gotta get it to open up like a pancake first before you go for distance.
Yeah. I think that's the most important. Get it to open up really good. So.
But I always tell people go in a grass area.
Yeah.
And throw it that way to where you can get comfortable with it before you go throw it in the water.
Gotcha.
Lloyd from Catfish Hunters wants to know, what do you look for in the water when you're getting bait?
I'm gonna look for a bait ball. That's what I'll look for. When we were looking for bait, because I'm not, I don't cast net or have it, fish for bait from a boat standpoint up until going out with Jimbo on his boat. And me and Jimbo and Flatty Guys, we put out the gill net. That was my first time, using or seeing the gill net be used too as well. First we were throwing the cast net, and we weren't having much luck with that. So then we had to drive over to the Virginia side, because the Potomac River, it's split. Once you go south of DC, it's split. Like, it's not necessarily down the middle, but there's a border. In Maryland, you can only cast net. In Virginia, you can cast net and gill net. So you have to drive over the Virginia side to be able to gill net. So you have to pay attention to the water and
right.
when you are in the water, because you can get some serious trouble.
Well, does your fishing license work no matter which side you're on?
No, so being in the DMV, you have to have fish license for Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Every year we have to get all three of them.
Wow.
Yeah, DC is on calendar year, and Maryland and Virginia are, from when you buy it to 12 months from there.
Okay. Now, what I look for when I'm bank fishing for throwing a cast net is the little ripples in the water where they come up and suck up the bugs.
Yeah.
The little rings and bluegills that's run the bank. I watch for them.
Okay.
I wear polarized sunglasses where I can see in the water and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And when I see bluegills, I know shad's right behind them. And I go to a lake called Horseshoe Lake up here, and I can just clean up on shad. And when they're running,
in
one throw, I can get maybe 2 buckets of shad in one throw.
Oh, that's good.
When they're running.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And I mean, they're anywhere from that big to about 10, 12 inches.
Yeah, the gill net, you only get the big ones because the little ones swim right through.
Right.
We did out twice, and we only caught 3 in a 200-foot gill net, man. And we had it out for the first time. We had it out for like 30 minutes, so it wasn't a good day to catch a bait. But we had.
I've got a lot of big Asian carp and big silver carp in the cast net.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, they make it hard for you to pull that thing.
Yeah.
In.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It feels like you got a buffalo under the water.
Yeah.
So, where, if you could go anywhere to catfish, where would you want to go?
I would want to go to New Mexico? Go over there with Chris Flores and get on that Muddy River. Try them float tubes. Try catching them flats from the float tube. That looks fun. That looks like a fun fight. So yeah, that's where I'd want to go and who I want to fish with.
Right. Yeah, that would be awesome for sure.
Yeah. And then obviously the Ohio River too. You can't go wrong with that. And then there's a couple spots. I definitely want to go down to the James River, meet up with Stand 2, Stand 3, and do some fishing down there on the James. And that's not far from me. They're 2 hours south of me. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna make that trip.
Right.
Once it warms up, so it's definitely worth the expenses to travel and all that stuff. I'm definitely gonna travel down there.
Yeah, I'm waiting for warm weather too. So
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are doing. They're waiting for warmer weather to travel, so you don't travel 2-3 hours and get skunked. They're only
yeah, I'm not like Roger and Skip and all them out here
yeah.
and ice on the fishing pole. I can't do it.
Uh-huh.
That's good. I'm not that dedicated. I love fishing, but I cannot do that.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I don't do ice fishing either. Do any of you do ice fishing?
No,
No.
I've never been around any ice where I could do it. Plus, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm not brave enough to walk out on it.
I
the
have
lakes up
been.
here don't freeze over, so yeah, we couldn't get out there.
I couldn't do that.
What 5 YouTubers would you like to go fishing with, if you could?
5 YouTubers. So obviously, you know, one, Muddy River Fishing.
They don't have to have a channel, but if they had with a channel or without a channel.
I definitely want to go fish with Chris Flores. I want to fish with Chunky Cats. We haven't fished together yet, so that would be a dope collab to do. Also, DMV Whisper King. We haven't fished together yet either. I definitely want to, get everybody together in the DMV area. I fished with Brandon plenty of times. Fishing Magician, man, we fished together probably like 20 times. Man, we fished together a lot. But yeah, definitely Chunky Cats, definitely DMV, definitely Chris Flores, and 2 Stands, and Vets, old Vets. Definitely want to go fishing with him out there for the stripers. I didn't say anybody like, big, well, obviously Chris Flores, he's pretty big and famous, but I want to go fishing with the community of people that, that I know. And of course, Abby, Katie, that's the people that I want to come fishing with.
It'd be a pretty big haul to fish with me.
I didn't give you a bigger list. Green Machine Outdoors says bring the boat.
Definitely, I'll definitely bring the boat down to the James. Where I bought the boat from was like 30 minutes north east of Richmond, where I bought the boat from.
Oh, you got Art going. He goes, well, what about 1 ton?
Oh yeah, definitely can't forget the 1 ton club. Definitely can't forget them. Definitely want to go fish with 1 ton.
Welcome, Muskrat, and everybody that just came in. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and the notifications and a thumbs up.
53 awesome people here, Haz. That's pretty great.
53 wonderful, beautiful people in the house. That's great. That's amazing. Man, YouTube still hasn't given me my community tab so I can share stuff out. I've been waiting and waiting. I was hoping to have it out before this video, but before this podcast.
I was hoping you would have too, because I'm still trying to figure out how I can link this live stream to Katie's channel as well.
Oh, okay.
See, we're still learning too.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I think the man you need to speak to is Palmetto Cats. He knows how to do it all.
Yeah, he's helped us with our, the ones that say fishing from the bank with Av and Katie from Haz Life and all that. He helps us with those every time. He's pretty awesome. So
he's been really amazing by helping us with that.
Yeah. Super dope with him.
And I'm just glad to be able to get. I know all the other shows had male co-hosts. I wanted to bring a female catfishman up to where we get both sides of it, not just one.
And I've been watching you guys grow as every week. I've been seeing Katie. She gets a lot more comfortable. Now she's firing off these questions, and I tune in, I watch, and I see, and I'm looking at from when you guys started a month ago to where you guys here are now, and it's great. It's amazing watching it all come together.
It definitely gets easier the more you do it. It does.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does.
Now, I'm waiting to see how she does it live from the meet and greet.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
get them all on camera, say hi and whatever, and fish at the same time.
Yeah.
He's got. If I get a bite, he's gonna see me drop the phone or camera or whatever and take off running, and y'all be looking at the ground. Because I have one thing on my mind when I get a fish, and that's getting that fish in.
Yeah, most definitely. Get that fish. Get that fish.
Okay. Trish has a question for you. If fishing wasn't your hobby and passion, what else would be?
If it wasn't fishing, I would. Let's see. What did I do before fishing? I don't even know. I don't know.
Must have been pretty boring.
So many moons ago, I used to make music. I rapped a lot. Made a lot of music in my youth. I haven't done it so much as of late. But I'm just a creative person. I like to create. I like to do stuff with my mind, put stuff together. Do podcasts with my friends. We've been doing that for like 3 years. So I have experience, talking and communicating and all that stuff. So I would definitely want to do something. But this right here is perfect. I definitely think I found something that I'm very, very good at.
I agree.
And I would do the stuff, cooking. That's my second passion. When I'm not fishing, it's cooking. Out on the grill, smoking something, in the smoker, and spending time with the family.
Sharina wants to know if you got a Haz Life life jacket for the boat. And she said, yes, you do need a life jacket.
I don't have Haz Life life jacket right yet. I'm gonna get me one of those inflatable life jackets. Just haven't ordered it yet. The person I bought the boat from, it already came with 6 life jackets on the boat and the anchor. Like, it came fully set up and ready to go. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some customized stuff later down the line. It just wasn't at the top of my list. I had to get the most important stuff, first.
Right. I thought I saw another question, but I've
seen it, but I missed it.
DMV said you got a good head on your Haz Life.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that, DMV. It means a lot.
He also said they got to get you on some flatheads.
Definitely need to get out there on some flatheads. I know Upper Potomac is a spot for them. Can't take the boat up in the Upper Potomac.
Now, did your wife have any input with your logo and design?
No, that was all me. So a little bit of background. I worked in corrections for 7 years, and I recently resigned in December from that job. I got to my plateau, and did everything that I could in that job, and learned a lot. But it was time to move on and do other things. But I was sitting in the jail and I was doodling on a napkin, thinking of what my logo was going to be. And I drew like 5 different concepts, and then one of them stuck, and I just sent it to somebody on Fiverr, Fiverr.com. If you need anything done, you can go on there and you can get a logo done for like $10. I think I paid for my logo. And that was it. I sent them the design, and they put it up on the computer for me.
That's awesome.
Did they sew that or what?
They gave me a digital copy of it. So like the PNG format or whatever, they gave me like a couple of different formats, and then from there I went and like did some to make it different colors and stuff so that I can have it on merchandise. And then I had some guy that I met through YouTube. He sent me other designs for merchandise when I first started out. Like the Sweet Doggy, the red hoodie that I have that has like a fish with the worm coming out of it. You would be surprised the people that you meet on YouTube that are creative and talented and just want to help you out and will send you ideas and send you stuff, man. The reach, the good people, it's great.
Yes. Yeah, they're pretty awesome about helping each other out.
Yeah, because a lot of you guys know YouTube doesn't pay you know, in the beginning, it takes a long time to where you start to get money, and then when you do start to get money, it's not much. You know, you spend way more. I put way more money into this channel than you know I getting out of it, but it's for fun, you know.
Yeah.
Can you send me that link in Messenger when you get off, Haz?
Yes, I will. It's fiverr.com, fiverr.com. And you can type it in the chat too, so everybody can go on there and do it. But
yeah.
B as in boy or V as in Victor?
It's fiverr.com.
I got it, I think. Alan wants to know if you have issues with commercial fishing, now where you are.
No, not in the Potomac River. In the Chesapeake Bay, you have commercial fishing, but it's not a problem. You have a lot of charters out there, you know, fishing for white perch and stuff like that. They protect the most popular fish. The striper is so well protected in Maryland that it's not really a problem as far as being over fished, because you have to, they shut it down for like 4 or 5 months out of the season. You can't even keep a striper, and then when you can, it has to be over 18 inches or under 36 inches, so you can't keep the big trophy ones. So we don't really have that problem, Maryland.
I feel like I'm blind when I do that. I'm sorry, but my computer screen puts a glare on my glasses, so I keep having to do this. I'm like, people probably think I'm blind as a bat. So you, whenever you were in a live, we talked about a setup that you use for your hooks. Yes. Did you bring a line?
Oh, I did not.
Oh, you forgot.
I did not. I forgot.
See?
But my setup is very simple. It's the Carolina rig, a 3-way swivel, and I use a clip. I clip one to the 3-way swivel, so my sinker stays right there. It doesn't move up and down my line. And then I have about a 2-foot leader, 40-pound mono with a polymer knot to my hook. Very, very simple. I don't put floats. I just let it sit there on the bottom, and usually bait is pretty buoyant, and it's gonna float up enough off the bottom. But that's it.
Okay. So you take the 3-way swivel, and you clip your weight to it instead of letting it go up and down?
Yeah, I clip it. Yep. I clip it, and I and then I have a 2-foot leader, and it just sits right there on the bottom. And that's what I've been using. That's what's been working. That's what I'm catching them on, and that's what I'm going to keep doing.
I always say, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So, and it's working for you, so don't fix it.
It's been working. We've been catching them even in the wintertime. My last live stream, me and my brother, we caught a bunch of dinks, but we still caught 7 fish. That's what I use.
Fish.
Yeah.
I don't care how big they are. I just want to catch a fish.
Exactly. Especially when you're live streaming, you just want the rods to dance. You want some fish to, bring up, even if they're smaller. You just want to catch some fish for everybody.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I got into catching those giants, and that just stuck with me.
What's that?
I got into catching those giant hogs, and now that's all I wanted to do is go out to those big blues and big flatheads.
Yeah.
The little ones in between, they're all right, but
yeah.
I just love once you get those fights and those big ones, it's like no turning back. You're addicted.
Yeah, you definitely want the big ones, and that's like the give and the take between doing YouTube, because when you're recording, you want the content, so you try to catch as many fish as possible. Like in the wintertime, I don't use big baits. I use smaller baits, like 2 inch by 2 inches, probably the biggest baits that I'll throw on there. And that's more because the fish are so finicky the way they bite in the wintertime. I don't want them missing and getting the big piece of bait and then missing the hook. So I just keep small pieces of bait in the wintertime.
That makes sense. Laura says she's not. Laura says she's not catching fish like Haz Life. or anyone else for that matter. Keep it up, Laura. You'll catch some fish.
Yeah, keep it up, Laura. You're gonna catch them. It's cold.
I'm still working on it myself.
It's hard to catch them right now in the cold. Everybody's struggling.
I sent a blessing box last week out to some people that over in Ohio that couldn't really afford tackle. But I just started thinking I might do that once or twice a month. Send out a 10-pound box of tackle to somebody.
Yeah, that is dope. That's super dope. And
I did it to Maria and Willie Dobson.
Abbott, if you want some help with that, or some money, I'll definitely. If that's something that you want to start doing, I think we can get together and put some stuff together and send it out to fortunate people.
I will talk to you about this next person I have in mind and see what we can come together and put up together for this person.
I'm with it. I'll dedicate a live show just to raise some money, and we can get some money together for that. I'm definitely about helping the less fortunate people that want to get out there fishing. Yeah, we can do it.
I'm just basically gathering tackle for the people and sending it to them in a care package box.
Yep.
No charge.
No charge.
Just all a blessing. Just sending them out to them.
Yep.
Serena wants to know what your favorite hook you use has, the size and the brand.
Gamakatsu 9-knot. That's my go-to. When I first started catfishing, I was using like 4 out of 5 knots, and this year I switched over to 9 knots. Just because you can use bigger baits, with the bigger hook. When you have smaller hooks, the hook will turn into the bait, and then you're gonna miss the fish. So I just use 9-knot hooks, and the 9-knot still catch the little guys. I was pulling in 2-pounders on the other day with them 9-knot hooks. So
I'll go anywhere from a 7-knot triple threat to a 10-knot triple threat.
Okay.
Because some of the baits I throw out there is about like this, and I want a good hook set for them.
Yeah.
The 10-knot right in the middle, underneath that dorsal fin, works perfect.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely.
I mean, the big chunks I'm throwing out there has that kind of meat.
Yeah.
And 7-knot and 8-knot and 9-knot don't go all the way through.
Yeah. That's true. When you're using live bait, you definitely got to use bigger hooks when you're throwing a whole piece of bait out there.
Well, I like throwing a good 6-7 inch red tail sucker.
Yeah.
Out there with a hook right below the dorsal fin.
Mm-hmm.
And right at the meat, just before you get to the tail, cut off the tail and leave them alive and cast him out.
Okay.
Because it gives off the scent of the oil of the fish.
Yeah.
Plus the blood scent. It makes him alive better. And you got him on like a Patriot James catfish bobber up off the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That fish is asking him to get hit.
So you have better luck hooking them on the bottom versus the top?
All my live baits and my cut baits, I either use my catfish rigs to lift the bait up off the bottom,
mm-hmm.
or I use the catfish bobber around sunken trees and stuff.
Yeah.
To put the baits just above the trees.
Okay.
To draw the catfish out.
Gotcha. Yeah, Chris Flores, he put out a good video just recently about fishing for flatheads and cover and such to bring your bait up off the ground and put it into the strike view for flatheads. That was a really good video he put out.
Well, I last year in the springtime, the Ohio River came up here, and my brother and I had made our own floats out of the pool noodles.
Yeah.
I had saw it on YouTube. Catfish Dave made some. This is when I first started watching them. Yeah. And so I wanted to try it, and the water came up, and I thought it was just right. So we made some. He will never let me live this down. He tells me it all the time. We were down there fishing, and we were laughing about whether it was going to work or not,
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, that bottle went smack on the water. It sounded like a gun went off. And as soon as it did, and that tail of that fish come up, I yanked it. And I knew better. As soon as I done it, I knew better. But that tail come up out of the water, and it was bigger than my hand. It was huge. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And he will still not me live that down. He says, "You missed the biggest fish we've ever seen around here." And he's probably watching right now, but I'm telling you, it made me sick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But the way it hit the water, and I had never used a bobber that big, but those suckers, when they hit them hard enough, it really sounds like a gun going off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just instantly grabbed it and jerked. It was instinct.
Yeah. It's hard. Your instinct is to just pull it right away.
Oh yeah, and it was a flathead. I could see the tail all the way, and that would have been the biggest flathead we had seen around here, because that tail was monster size.
Yeah.
But I was fishing right up against some. It was down here in a cornfield. There's a lot of cornfields and stuff down here, and of course I've lived down here all my life, so I know where the ditches are and everything. So I was casting towards a ditch where there's some trees laid down.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, man, that ought to be a good spot. There's got to be some fish there. There's just got to be. And when that bobber smacked, I was on it. And I knew as soon as I done it, I was like, oh, man. And I thought I was going to cry. I really did. Because that would have been the biggest fish I ever caught. I haven't caught any big fish, but that sucker was huge. I wanted to just jump in there and see if I could find him. And I can't swim, but I was ready.
You was about to go noodling for him?
Oh, yes, I was. I'm surprised my brother didn't throw me in, because, man. But, yeah. Though, if you've never tried the bobbers, like Patriot floats, if you've never tried those, you definitely want to get you one and try it.
Okay.
Go ahead and get you a couple. Especially if you like night fishing, because
Yeah.
those light up really well.
Yeah.
But I think everyone should try one, because you're used to the little bobbers and fishing for bluegill and stuff like that, and those big ones are a thrill when they take off.
Okay.
They really are.
I'm gonna give it a go. I'm definitely gonna try it.
Right?
Yeah.
I caught a 35-pound blue 4 feet from the bank off one of Patriot's bobbers.
Mm.
In 6 feet of water. And like she said, when it took it under, it sounded like a shotgun going off.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. It excites you right off the bat when it does it.
That is exciting. That is exciting. I'll definitely
That light just
try.
flashed right when it went under.
Yeah.
It was still lit under water. When it came up, it just flashed again. Like, I'm back. Gonna go again.
But they're big enough that they set the hook. I mean, you know, if you don't yank it out of the fish's mouth, they will set the hook.
I don't set the hook. I just reel down on them.
Yeah, reel into
Yeah.
I don't like pulling a Norman.
Yeah.
Ripping the hook right out of the lip of the fish. Norman ripping lips.
Yeah, it's an experience, I tell you.
No, there's a little story behind this. Our first meet and greet, he came up there. This is how he got the baby killer. He's out there casting little chunks of chicken bait that they brought on a little hook, casting it out across 30 feet of mud out into the current. His right tip would go like that, and he go, "Whoa, I got you!" No fish. I mean, he threw 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, "No, let the fish take the bait. Let the fish take the hook and set themselves."
Definitely, let them take it.
And all of a sudden, he started bringing in cats about like that big, 7 to 11 inches. And he goes, "A fish is a fish." I'm like, "That ain't a fish. That's bait."
Well, he could have casted it back out there and used it for bait, I guess.
Really. Hook it behind the dorsal fin, throw it back out there.
That's
Exactly.
right.
All I would do is differently was cut the tip off the pectoral fins and tips off the dorsal fins.
Yeah.
And throw them back out so they won't barb the other fish.
Yep.
And cut the tail off. I tell you what.
Yeah, those bobbers sound fun though. I'm definitely gonna have to get me some and try that out.
Yeah, yeah, they were a lot of fun. And after we made our own, I had to have some of his. I mean,
Yeah.
ours were just they lasted a couple times fishing, but
Uh-huh.
they fell apart after that.
Yeah.
But his are nicely made, and they got those lights in them, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're real nice. But
I'm definitely gonna check them out. I'll definitely put an order in.
yeah, yeah, and James is awesome to work with. I mean,
Yeah.
he got them out quick, and I'd like to try his new ones that he's got out. That's supposed to have the light inside of them. I'd
Okay.
like to try those. Yeah,
Okay.
he's got a newer type out. It's supposed to be better.
Gotcha.
But,
I'm fixing to get those. What's he call the new ones? The ghost
I don't know what
bobbers.
he calls. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he calls them.
I'm fixing to see what he's going to do. What his new ghost bobbers are going to be like. Because
Yeah.
I'm fixing to order 4 of them and 4 more of his catfish bobbers.
Uh-huh.
Because those are going to. I'm going to send a couple of catfish bobbers off in the package.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a package I want to talk to you about later for this person.
Okay. We can put something together.
There's
So
something I was just thinking about just starting doing.
What's that? The care package?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care package. Yeah. Yeah.
The catfish tackle box care package.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that idea. That's cool. What's the weirdest, strangest fish you've ever caught? Something besides catfish and bass. Got you on the spot now.
So I don't say weird.
I guess something new to you to catch,
I caught a lot of new species this past year. I caught carp for the first time this past year. Bullhead catfish, chain pickerel, pike, snakehead. That was probably the funnest one of them. Snakehead. I went to the ocean and caught some whiting with the missus. But I haven't caught anything weird. Turtles. Those things always bite the line, especially when you're fishing for carp. Yeah. So I guess that would probably be the weirdest catch.
Right. Yeah.
Catching turtles.
I understand that.
And I caught a raccoon on the live stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I didn't catch him on the hook, but the live streams, the raccoon, my last live stream, the raccoon was trying to take my bait. He was trying to take my carp. So he came running up from behind me. I heard some, rustling through the leaves in the woods, and I turned around and put the light on him, and it's a raccoon. He came up like 4 or 5 times trying to steal the carp.
Oh, man.
You don't fish near trees, do you?
Yes, I do.
You can always take a rope to the lip of the carp into the gill and tie it off a branch close to the tree where you can just cut your fillets off that way.
Okay.
To where that raccoon cannot steal your bait.
Yeah. I have to do that because the DC got the rats and the raccoons coming for your bait.
I fish on the Cascade River in the country, and we got raccoons there. Instead of chasing them off with sticks, I learned the trick about hanging those big Asian carps up in the tree and just cutting the chunks off I want.
Yeah.
And it's always on a thin enough branch to where if they try to climb out there on it, they flip around on their back and fall flat on their back on the ground. One watching them try to get to the bait. And it's about 12
Thomas Littlepage wants to know how has catfish community impacted you personally?
Oh man, it has impacted me positively. Huge. Obviously I've met and not personally met, but virtually met so many people, reached out to so many people. My contact list is growing. Facebook friend list is growing. YouTube community is growing. The channel is growing. My knowledge is growing. So it's been nothing but positive vibes and positive energy from this catfish community. You guys have welcomed me with open arms. It's not like the bass fishing community where they don't want to share their secrets or they don't want to share their bait or share their spots. Like catfish, man, we get together, come together, and we just all go out fishing, have a good time. Yep. I've had people come up from North Carolina, guy Jimbo. That was my first time meeting him this past weekend. Well, almost last weekend, about 10 days ago. He hit me up and drove all the way up from North Carolina to go fishing with me on his boat. You know, it's amazing. You know, the people that you meet. Obviously, I talked to the guy first for like 2 hours. You know, you got to vet people and see where their mindset is and figure them out first.
Right.
We just go fishing with anybody.
Right.
But man, it's been positive impact. Meeting so many people.
Yeah, Mr. Gadget says when he surf fishes and has problems with coons, they shoot him and use them for shark bait. Shark coon.
I probably won't have any raccoon problems over in Ocean City, but definitely in DC. Definitely in DC. And those raccoons are super friendly. They come right up to you in DC.
Oh, the ones on Kaskaskia? Get within arm's reach of me. I can reach out there and touch them on the top of their head. They got too friendly from people feeding them.
Yeah. Somebody was like, give him a piece of fish. I said, heck no, he ain't going to leave me alone if I give him a piece of fish.
I grabbed the mom and threw the babies and threw them in the river.
Yeah.
They're good swimmers. Trust me, they're good swimmers.
Yeah.
But when you see a big flathead come up and take one of the babies and just like pull it down and let it go.
That'd be a sight to see.
I watched that baby come back up out of that water like he tried to run on water to get out of that place.
Yeah.
When that big flathead came up and pulled him down, and he tried to get another bite on that damn raccoon, but that raccoon came up out of that water and tried to run across it. That's funny. I thought that raccoon was gone. And that came to me maybe like that big.
Where is one of your bucket list places to fish and a bucket list fish that you like to catch?
So I want to fish Florida and I want to catch peacock bass. Those are
pretty.
Yeah, they are super pretty. They have like these big forehead noggins on them. But yeah, I'll definitely want to go to Florida and catch me one of those. And sturgeon. I definitely want to catch a sturgeon. A big, nice, 10-foot, 11-foot sturgeon.
Mississippi has those big sturgeons in it.
Yeah, those are like some.
Right. Question for Haz. What is the best advice you have ever gotten from someone on the YouTube community?
Just stay positive and keep putting out content. Just keep to continue being myself and just keep grinding and it'll work. I've got a lot of live stream input from Chunky Cats. He's definitely helped me. And I take, what people have to say, criticism, I take it well. If there's something that I can do to improve my show to make it better. Like one time I had, my rig break off and I was sitting there retying for like 10 minutes and Chunky's like, I came to see 3 rods, not you tying rigs up. And after that live stream, I pre-tied up like 5 rigs so I don't have to keep going and retying up rigs.
I never thought about having some already tied, but I may need to do that too because I'm pretty slow.
That's what I do with my catfish rattles I make. I normally have me 12 catfish rattles pre-made. And I have me at least another 12 to 14 hook leader lines already pre-tied.
Okay. Yeah,
but I use spoon noodles to put them on.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to worry about wrapping up the line in a circle. You maybe take that much of a pool noodle, 10 inches, put the hook on one end and wrap it this way, two little slits that you cut into with a knife, and just it holds the line perfectly.
Okay.
Hold your pool noodle, your catfish rattlers or your Santee Cooper rigs, your Carolina rigs, everything in it just perfectly.
Okay. That's smart.
I like that pool noodle.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Is there a rod limit where you're at, Haz?
Yes. DC and Maryland is 3. Virginia, there is no rod limit, but I'm usually, just 3 rods. Even when I'm fishing the Virginia side, because the part that I fish, it's a long path, and I'm not trying to carry more than 3 rods down there. And especially back up it. It's a spot that Fishing Magician goes to a lot. It's like climbing Mount Everest to get back out of there. So 3 rods is normally all I fish with. But now that I'm on the boat, you're gonna see some more rods on the Virginia side.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Absolutely.
Rods out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get you some of those Steve Douglas monster rod holders, which you need.
Yeah. Definitely gonna put some monster rod holders on the back.
I would get them if I had a boat.
Yeah.
What are your
very well designed
that you use?
And you can put them you can have them multiple different ways. You can have it all the way up 45 degrees, or you can have it laying down, flat if you're suspend fishing, which I just started doing from the boat too, and I love it. Suspended like 2 feet off the bottom of the boat. I like to have at least one rod suspended right underneath the boat, and then cast out the other ones.
What are the sinker sizes that you use?
4 ounces is what I use from the bank. Majority of the time, if the current is if it's rained and the current is it's running rapid, I'll throw like 6 ounces on. But Potomac River current is really not that bad at the areas that I fish. The current is not that much. So 4 ounces holds bottom, well, and I can cast 4 ounces out pretty far. So
depends on the river. Like the Mississippi, I'll go 4 to 8. 4 to 10. But on the Cascade, I'll go anywhere from 4 to 6.
Okay.
Because the 2 rivers have 2 different flows and streams.
Yeah.
And one is deeper than the other. But I always watch the rivers when I go there. So that way I know which sinkers to pull out to put on the rods.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm fishing the Potomac and I can't hold bottom with 10 ounces, I shouldn't be out there fishing that day, because that means the river's moving too fast and I ain't gonna catch it anyway. So
10 ounce will get to the bottom and hold it. But what I do is with all my weights, I cast upriver.
Yeah.
And then they drift down.
Yeah.
Thomas Littlepage wants to know, what type of impact do you want to have on the catfish community?
Definitely a positive impact on the catfish community. I just want to, share my experiences and, show that you don't have to have the most experience or the most knowledge, or, you don't have to be a fisherman for 15, 20 years to go out here and catch it. Anybody can do it if you're willing to put in the work and put in the knowledge and the time and take heed and listen. And to go out there and get the experience. I go out fishing a lot. I go out fishing, especially when it's warm out. I'll be out there 4 days a week, fishing hours a day. So definitely just I want to just keep my positive energy, positive vibes, and keep positive people around and just keep growing.
Right.
Okay.
Do you ever plan on fishing the Mississippi River?
Yes. I want to fish the Mississippi. I want to fish the James. I want to fish the Ohio. I want to fish it all. Definitely want to fish it all.
Sorry, I lost my place again.
It's hard to keep
possible? It is. Once I stop for one, I can't keep up with the bottom of it. Is it possible has to use too much weight? Laura wants to know. And what issue will it cause? Or will it cause an issue? Sorry.
I think with catfish, I don't think it will. If you use too much, because they're gonna pick it up and run with it. I don't see that being an issue with catfish, but like with carp or something like that, if you're fishing for that, when they pick up the corn, and if it's too much, they might or bass or something like that. But with catfish, I don't think there's too much. I see people fishing with like 1 pound lead, sometimes when you're out there, catfishing. But I would just suggest try to get away with the lightest, possible. That's what I use, like 4 ounces. I would go 3 if I could, if it would hold bottom. But 4 ounces has been like, my the go-to for me.
Hello and welcome, Mr. Smithy. Sorry to hear that your phone got fried, Stan.
Now, when you fish, when you fish off the bank, when you're looking for a spot to fish off the bank, and you walk up and you say, this is a good spot, or if you think it'll be a good spot, what do you look for?
I'm looking for a spot where the river is getting narrower. Because as a bank fisherman, I don't want to be fishing something, that's 200 yards wide, because the chance of the fish swimming past my bait on the other side of the river are likely. So I like to look for choke points on Google Maps, so that I have a higher chance of fish swimming past my bait. And then also looking for drop-offs and channel ledges, and fishing somewhere right next to a deep drop-off. That's been very, I've had very good luck doing that. So like the area that I fish a lot, I'm fishing in like 20 to 30 feet of water, but there's a deep drop-off like 60, 70 feet, about 30 yards out. So the fish hold up there in the wintertime, and then they're swimming up to get bait, and then they swim back down. So that's what I'm looking for, especially in the wintertime.
Okay. Sharina says that you need to make a trip down her way to the White River to fish with her and Thomas.
Definitely.
No, she's talking to you, Katie.
Oh, no, she says Haz. I don't know. Either way, I'll come up there too. But Haz said he'd like to go up there.
We can go. We can set it up, and we can go at the same time. They can get Catfish, Katie Collins, and Haz Life. We can go out.
That'll work.
That would be a great video. Or a great live stream.
Yeah, great live stream, great content, great videos. We'll record it all.
That would be great.
That'll work. I know she's not very far from me. The last time I looked, she's only like an hour and a half from me, so
yeah,
be that bad.
That's not bad for me. It's probably
that's really close.
8-hour drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably about 7, 8. But I don't mind driving. I'm gonna do a lot of traveling this summer and spring, fall. So.
Yeah, I like to travel myself.
Yeah, I love to travel, and I love to eat. So I like to go to new places and eat new food. I'm a big foodie, so I love to eat the food that's specific to that area. Find out what's the best place to go eat. Hey, right. After we go fishing, we can go, get some good delicious food, share beer, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Country catfishing said food, and he put a bunch of smiley faces.
Yeah, I love to eat.
You use short, medium action rods, or long, medium, heavy action rods, or heavy action rods for your bank fishing?
Medium heavy. Pretty much all my rods are medium heavy. Then they range from 7 feet up to 9'6". I think I have 2 of them that are 7. 3 of them that are 7 feet. 2 7'6", and 1 9'6". That's the Whisker Seeker. That Whisker Seeker is actually heavy action, but it's more like a medium heavy action. But yeah, I love that thing too. I can bomb the bait far out there. Avid, you use big rods, don't you?
Yeah, I
Yes.
use 11-foot heavy actions and a 15-foot heavy action.
15-foot. Sheesh. I wouldn't be able to cast that at the spots that I go to.
I cast it no problem.
I have like, because there's always like, you know, some bushes, trees somewhere around. The bank shrinks up sometimes, so it makes it hard.
I cast it no problem with my 15-foot. I'll put a 5-ounce weight on there with my braid and let it fly. And it gets out there where I want it to get every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
And
bet.
I'll just use
Probably
them with a
slinging the thing
4-ounce
150
and let it
yards.
fly.
Man, I can't see using one that long. I mean, I'm sure you can cast it pretty far out there, but
Yeah.
I just don't think I could.
Yeah.
No, they're
I don't.
good because they have the backbone to get the fish out of the current.
Yeah. I don't know what my casting distance is. I need to go to a field and just, you know, throw it out there, see how far I can get it, work on my casting distance.
Right. We always wasn't necessarily distance that we go for, but we go for accuracy. When we were kids, we'd set a bucket out in the yard and we'd cast and see if we could hit that bucket.
Yeah.
And my brother's got 2 little girls, and I told them, I said, when you can cast and you can hit that bucket or very close to it, I'll take you fishing. And they sat out there 2 days in a row trying to hit that bucket, and they came close, so we took them fishing.
But a lot of the times, that's what's more important is the accuracy. Especially once you get comfortable with a spot and you know, like, where to put your bait, you know, where the fish like to stack up at. It's about that accuracy of getting it in the right location.
Right. Yeah. Mike Turner says that you need to come up to Iowa and fish with him and Murillo and Lynn Leeper and Lee Reed. That would be a nice trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a couple road trips and we're gonna make it happen. I would definitely love to do that, Mike. I definitely love to do that.
Man, I have been invited to go so many places and fish. I wish I was rich because I would just take off and hit every one of them.
I wish I hit the lottery so that I could just travel and fish and do YouTube and not have to worry about bills. I'll buy an RV, you know, get a nice boat and just travel everywhere.
You know, when they win big money and they say, what are you going to do with your $1 million? And everybody says, go to Disney World. Yeah. I'm going to be like, go fishing.
Yeah, I'm going to go fishing across the United States.
To all my buddies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That'd be great. Win the lottery, do a cross-country tour. Fishing with all the YouTubers and all that.
Yeah.
In each city.
Yeah, that'd be super dope. Just get
that'd be great.
Yep, get a big RV, get a boat trailer hooked up to the back of that, and then practice driving it first because it's gonna be crazy driving something that long with a boat attached to the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Katie Swamp Driver says you have monsters in your home water.
Yeah, I haven't found them yet, Swamp Driver, but I wish I could. You can come on down here and show me where they're at. Laura says, Haz, you need to do a travel show when you do all that traveling.
Oh, yeah, I record. When I travel, I record everything. I got the camera out in the car, and I'm talking to it, and I'm putting it on the wife, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, man, we got to document everything. She's used to it by now, so she knows I'm going to record every step of the way. You know?
Lee said when you come to Iowa, you don't even have to bring your boat.
Oh, no doubt. That's even better because that saves on gas. Because
yeah.
Well, yeah, it does. It saves on twice the fuel.
Yeah, because especially when I learned drugging that thing behind it definitely kills gas in the truck too.
Yeah.
And I got a V8 and it's an old truck, so it doesn't get the best gas mileage.
Right. Laura, you say you're in Myrtle and that you don't have anybody around you. I'll be glad to come to Myrtle and fish with you if I ever get the money. You just let me know. That'd be a wonderful place to go fish.
I'm playing that one, but it's going to be a while. But I'd love to make that trip.
I love going to Myrtle Beach, Lord. I'll definitely come down there, and I'm gonna have to go meet up with the Palmetto Cats in South Carolina as well, so that I can make a nice trip right there. See, I'm planning stuff. I like to put stuff together. If I can meet like 4 people on one trip, and we can knock it out.
Need to get one of them big United States maps and just start marking them and line them which way you got to go to get back home. I bet you could do a circle.
If I was to do that on the wall, I'd have pin marks everywhere on a map where everybody's on YouTube is at.
Yeah, that we definitely need to do that get that together, a map with everybody on it and their their location. That's
just it doesn't have to be exactly where they live, just the city that they're in.
Yeah,
it would be cool.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. If I did pins, little red dotted pins on every city, it might look like a cancer cell spreading out.
Sharina wants to know, are you and Jazz going to get in the tournament being put on by Catfish Headhunters? The Channel Cat tournament.
That could be a possibility.
And there's also, if you get Jazz psyched into it, in August he's going to have a ladies tournament. She needs to join it with us.
Okay.
She's got till August to get on them fish. And he's giving out a trophy for smallest fish, but I'm going for smallest fish. But you need to tell her she needs to come fish with me. Oh, bring him on in here.
I gotta get her cutting her own bait and putting on the hook and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Normally the smallest fish is the biggest fish.
Laura says they don't have open banks to fish down there, so you're definitely going to have to bring your boat.
All right, Laura, I got you. Bring the boat down. I won't bring the boat down to South Carolina.
Right. Pick me up. Well, I'll meet you there because I'm down further, I think.
That'd be kind of out of the way.
Yes, it would. Don't forget that Avid's got a meet and greet set up in May, 20th through the 24th. Is that right, Avid?
Yes.
And it's going to be in Illinois at Wren Lake.
Okay.
And come on down and fish with us. I think Avid's going to cook fish, and we're going to have a good old time. So
there's going to be a catfish fry that Norman does and one that I do. Norman says he's going to be using his store-bought recipe versus my homemade recipe.
Okay. I'm with it. We come down.
And
I'll have Jazz
cook some food up. Some big flatheads.
Yeah.
Cook some food for the gang.
And blue and slab crappies.
I'm with it. We're coming.
Yeah. Bring your wife down. She can fish with me.
Yeah.
We may not catch anything, but we can talk.
Bring the family. Bring Frank with you.
What's that?
It's a 4-day event.
Puppies.
He's
over here beating on the table. I didn't hear.
Avid, repeat that because neither one of us heard you.
I said it's for YouTubers and non-YouTubers alike.
Okay. No doubt. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, little buddy. What's his name?
Hello, man.
Caden.
Hi, Caden.
Say hi, everybody.
Look at that smile.
How old is Caden?
He's 14 months, 15 months now.
That's cool.
Months. He came a long way because he was born 2 months premature.
Oh, wow.
4 pounds. He was 4 pounds when he was born.
I do have another story to share about my first meet and greet. Another YouTuber, Jay's Catfishing, from Chicago, came down with his family. We did, and she cooked just a nice, good Hispanic meal, which was awesome. After that, I was talking with him, and his daughter comes up and says, "I'm your biggest fan. I watch your show every time Daddy's home, and every Friday night." That just floored me. I'm like, a 6-year-old girl just floored a 56-year-old guy by being his biggest fan and watching it every Friday night. And now I'm trying to make sure that chat is clean because you never know when a child's here and when they're listening or who they're watching it with. And stuff like that.
You definitely got to try to keep the chat clean and keep the content.
It floored me because I didn't think I was reaching someone that young for catfishing.
You'd be surprised. You never know who you're reaching or who's watching because it goes up on the internet. Anybody can watch.
That was a mind-blowing time when I heard that.
And
hi, J Dog. J Dog wanted me to wave at him, so sorry I had.
Man, you waving at a flea-infested tick dog?
Do what?
A flea-infested tick dog.
Oh. Hey, he said I could come fish with him and Tara, so I'm gonna be nice. Anybody that will let me fish with them, I'm gonna be really nice to.
Well, I'm not to everybody, but if he likes to throw the first punch in chat, so I figured I'd get the first lick in first.
Welcome, Rocco. Rocco says that he found us through Palmetto and he loves the content already.
Yeah, Palmetto's cool. He be sharing.
Welcome, Rocco.
Palmetto is awesome. Swamp Driver, you're very close to me. I've actually drive through Mount Vernon a lot.
Palmetto Cats. I remember his first live stream. It was on Sunday night. Now I see him now. He just exploded.
Palmetto Cats is doing a lot of stuff. He was doing that Cahoots video game, that game show on Sunday, the Super Bowl night. That was fun. He does a lot of creative stuff. I like what he's doing.
He totally thinks out of the box.
Yes.
And that amazes me, the things he comes up, which he says, that he has others that help him come up with that stuff. But whoever his buddies are that he, Michael Murillo, all that, the things that they think of are awesome to watch. It's just
right. Exactly.
It makes it fun. You always look forward to them when they're on there because it's always and Chad coming up with all these tournaments and the one-on-ones and stuff that that Mark is coming up with, all those. Man, it's fun. It's
fun. It's exciting. It gives you something to look forward to because I'm always looking like today. Two Stands wasn't out there live fishing Sunday morning. So I was, man, what am I gonna do with my Sunday morning now?
Mad Catter Richard Ward, he sent me a message this morning saying, "Go live, I'm bored."
He sent me the same one too. I was like, I can't go live.
He was desperately looking for somebody to do something.
People want to see people live. They love doing it. They love to be in the chat.
Another channel I was blessed to have on was Catfish and Crappie.
Yeah.
He was first live on my show, and he loved it. So when this work-related stuff started hitting me hard and everything else, he decided to step up and help with it.
Yeah.
And I watched his channel extremely blow up in a good, positive way.
Mm-hmm.
And grow in this short amount of time, and I could have got my Friday nights back, but I didn't. I graciously gave it to him.
Yeah.
And he is just an awesome, amazing man. I met him at two of my meet and greets, He's a good, cool, level-headed man. He's full of knowledge and everything for YouTuber, the YouTube StreamYards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He has grown leaps and bounds.
Yeah, he blew up. He's doing a lot, and he has a cool hat too. I just got mine last week.
Yeah. And he's about ready to hit his 1K mark.
Yeah.
Stan is on here, Stan Smith, and he's actually on his wife's account. D Smithy is him. And he said that he was sorry there was no live stream. He had a crappy weekend. He cracked a rib before Chad's tournament.
Oh.
Then fried his phone from fishing in the freezing rain. Then he got home and out of power since Saturday. Stan, we're all praying for you, buddy. You have had a horrible weekend.
Man,
but hopefully things will get better.
Yeah, I hope stuff turns around for you. Sorry to hear that, especially with the cracked rib. I know that's painful.
Thoughts and prayers are with you, Dan. And also, let's keep Tim Molina in thoughts and prayers. He is in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate all the prayers that you guys gave me, man. I'm telling you, I could feel the prayers. I really could. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate it totally. That's one thing about the catfish community. My phone was burned up with messages from people saying, "Hey, I'm praying for you. If you need anything, let me know." You know, and that's awesome. It's awesome. Like we were saying, a lot of us, you know, we don't know exactly where we live. You know, we know the city, but I feel like each and every one of you, I know, like I've seen you in person. That's how close I feel.
Yeah.
So it's just phenomenal how everybody is. But
it definitely is. That definitely
yeah.
Definitely.
My favorite Blackbird is finally in the house. Tara. The first night she came in chat, I took JB's wrench away and gave it to her. And not 30 seconds later, she timed him out twice. First 5 minutes he came back in, he said something, she timed him out again, and boy, he is having a fit. So,
what? Go ahead. Kate. I don't know what I was going to say. Go ahead.
What are you looking for from the bank when you go fishing in the fishing location?
So when I'm bank fishing, for catfish, I'm looking, when I'm fishing the river, I'm looking for, narrow space, deeper water next to shallower water, deep drop offs. When I haven't really got into fishing for structure yet for catfish. But I do that when I'm bass fishing. I look for a structure. When I'm bass fishing, snakehead fishing, you're looking for structure. Yeah, that's it.
I want to know what it was like getting to fish with one of Chunky's painted rods, because I think they look awesome.
Those rods are awesome, and they're super detailed. He spent a lot of time into hooking those rods up. That's why people always, they always say, Chunk, you need to sell those rods. You need to sell the rods. But the time that he puts into it, he really would have to sell that rod for like $500 because.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He puts a lot of coats on it. He has to tape it off. He does a lot. It was very meticulous. He pays attention and he wants it to look the best. He doesn't want to put out anything bad quality. And the paint stays on the whole time too. Even when you're fighting fish, when it's flexing and all that stuff, it doesn't chip. It was nice. It was nice using his rods and his reels too. He has some good stuff. I got to use the Apple Garcia, the Catfish Pros, so I got to test those out too as well. So it was good. It was a good experience.
I'm sure it was.
I need to borrow him again so I can catch a new PB.
Yeah, he's gonna have to let you borrow him again so you can put the luck back on him if he hadn't caught any fish.
I think next year we'll do a anniversary. I'll hit Chunky up like, hey, let's do the anniversary of when I borrowed the
Right. I was gonna ask something else and I forgot. Where you live in Maryland, do you have a favorite place to fish that you go to? You know, that pretty much never fails you, or do you try different places?
Yeah, so I have a lake that is, or a pond really. It's like a pond that's like 15 minutes from my house. And I go there for bass and bluegill, especially when I take the kids out and they want to catch some panfish and stuff. And it's always money. It's the bass fishing. Normally, I catch like 5 or 6 bass every time I go there, except for this past year because it was super pressured and there was always so many people there fishing. And normally, it was never fished like that. But I would go there and it'd be like 10 people, 15 people, and it's a small pond. It's not that big. But that's my favorite place to go when I just want to get out the house and just catch some fish. If I only got like 40 minutes, I'm just gonna go there, try to catch some fish.
Right. I noticed I went back through your older videos and I noticed that you used to fish a lot for bass.
Yeah.
And I think I missed it earlier, but when did you say you started the catfishing last year? 2020.
I started it in fall of 2019. So I started fishing like period in like in June of 2019 was when I started fishing. And I just was, I bass fished a lot that first like summer. And then in the fall I started getting into catfishing as I started getting more rods and stuff. Because it's expensive to get the rods and reels and all that stuff, especially to take care of the family. So I was just one by one, going through species and getting the gear and getting equipment. And once I started getting catfishing equipment, I started tackling them. But it was fall 2019. Like I said, I got skunked like my first 6 or 7 times out there. Then I finally started getting on them, and I was having a blast catching like 10 catfish, 11 catfish in a day. Right. Super fun.
Well, what got you into the idea of starting to fish? What made you start,
So my coworker, I'll be at work, we're always talking to the coworkers and such, and I was like, man, I want to, start taking my kids out fishing, and and he listened to me, and I probably mentioned it for like a month or something. Then he was like, I got like 6 rods that I don't use. My kids have outgrown. They're all older now. We don't fish. I'm gonna give them to you. They were given to me. They were all old rods, old reels. So I got like 6 of them, and I just took the kids out fishing for like the first time. Then we loved it. I loved it more than them. I got hooked immediately, and I was like looking up how to get this and this and this. And after fishing for like a week with those old rods, I was like, I gotta get my own rod now, like my own reel. And I was hooked ever since. So it was my coworker that gave me, the jump start.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, big shout out to him, man. He turned.
Do you fish with him a lot now, or?
Nope. I've never fished with him.
Really?
Yeah, and he retired too. I actually got to hit him up and just like, now that I have a boat, a lot of people are gonna want to come out fishing with me. So
right, you're gonna have to hit him up and show him how popular, how great you're doing.
Yeah,
you got your YouTube channel and everything. You're definitely gonna have to holler at him.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out to him and get him out on the boat, get him out on the episode so we can get him on some fish.
Oh yeah,
because he was my inspiration for it all. So
that's good. Yeah. Get him out, take him with you, and show him what you've accomplished. Just and what you since you started fishing.
Yeah, definitely.
Is he aware that you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, he's aware. Yep, he's aware.
So you can see where you grew, how you grew.
Yeah, you can see from the beginning to where I am now. I haven't talked to him in a while. Like I said, he retired like He retired a year ago, so it's been a while. I have to reach out to him. I'm gonna reach out to him tomorrow and talk to him, see how he's doing.
Yeah.
Wow, time really flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. It definitely does.
It's been 2 hours and 5 minutes already.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go lay this little booger down.
All right.
I'll be right back.
All right, good night, Muskrat.
Night, Roger. Between the three of us, what are our usual setups, rods and reels? Rocco wants to know what our usual setups are, rods and reels. Rocco, I use my preference is Abus. I have a couple Abu 6500s. I got one 6000, and then I just got a one of the PC Fun Chaos 60s, and I like it. It's a little bit smaller than an Abu, but I like it. And I have fire stick rods that I use. Good night, Laura. And Av, what do you use?
I'm using, I got 2-pin Fierces, 8000 and 6000. I got a Cast King 5000. All 3 are spinning reels. I got one bait caster that's a Shakespeare ATS low profile. I got one 7-foot medium heavy action rod. And I got 3 heavy action rods. 2 are 11-foot and 1 is 15-foot. And good night, Laura. For all of you that are in here, remember, watch out for us next week, as we will be having Serena keeping it real with us on here.
I can't wait for that one. Serena will be on next week. I'll definitely be tuned in.
And after that, it will be the Bullock Experience. Then we got 2 more shows in March. So
no, Serena's not till March 14th. Next week we got Catfish and Dreams.
Okay, Catfish and Dreams, then the Bullock,
yeah,
then Serena.
No.
Then someone.
Hey, I made my list you told me to make. Avid, where's your list?
I can't go to my list. Hey, my list is extremely.
Hey, I've got wrote down the 21st is Catfish and Dreams. The 28th is Bullock Experience. And then March 7th, we've got Country Catfishing. And then we got Serena, Keeping It Real.
Then after that, we're open.
And then after that, we're open. Because I told Avid we needed to stop booking until we saw. We were booked out a month and a half ahead of time. And I was like, wait a minute. We haven't even gotten started yet. We have one show. And he
just put your invite out there and they all jumped on it. That's how that went, that quick, just like wildfire.
It's been pretty awesome.
So if you do in March, get a hold of us so that way we put you down on paper.
Hey, yeah, I saw Mama Haz.
Yeah.
Is that your wife?
Valentine's Day, Mama.
Oh, was that your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh, I said hi to her, but I didn't know.
Yeah, she changed her name to Aaron Mama Haz. That's my mama.
Well, how cool. JP3 told me to give you a break, Avid, because you're hard at work. He looks hard at work, sitting there. Looks like he's leaning up.
I got 3 security screens right in front of me.
He looks hard at work.
36 cameras on each screen.
Laura said maybe by then, whenever we have a spot open, that she'll catch a fish. Laura, I'm telling you, just put in time at the bank with a hook in the water with bait on it, and you will catch a fish eventually.
Yeah, you got to be out there. You got to try, and it'll happen.
The more time you put on the water, the more luck you'll have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for Laura to catch her first 40-pound blue.
Shoot, I'm waiting for me to catch a 40-pound blue, a 20-pound, whatever.
Anything right now, right? I'll take anything.
Hey, Sharina, I'm pretty much a newbie myself, so don't worry about it. I'll take it easy on you.
No worry. You guys will be experienced before you know it. It's gonna
We got some good footage. It's gonna be just like tonight, just kicking back, stepping back, relaxing, and having fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot easier doing this than I thought it would be. Like I said, Avid bugged me to death wanting me to do a live, do a live, do a live. And then he said, well, I want you to co-host with me. And at first I was like, no way, I can't. There's no way I'm doing this. And he finally coaxed me into it. And I said I would try it one night. And we did our test show. And then when we started booking people like crazy, and I was like, hey, people actually want to get on there and talk with me. Okay, I can do this. So it's gotten a lot easier. But definitely, you just got to give it a try. Like Haz and I were talking about, you feel kind of goofy at first because you're out there fishing and you're talking to the camera and you think people think you're nuts. But you know what? It doesn't matter what they think as long as you're having a good time. So.
Oh, most definitely. When I started doing the live streams, it got even more goofy because now you're sitting here talking, you know, for 4 hours. You got this ring light up and everything. And like, in DC, some of the spots that I fish are very popular, like walk past. So you might have 300-400 people walk past you in that 4 hour, you know, and you got cars driving, honking by and everything. I had somebody subscribe to my channel that was driving past. They shouted, yelled over what I was doing. They subscribed to my channel and then jumped into the live stream right as I was doing it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Hey, Norman.
Mike Turner shared Jasmine's channel, and it says, when is she going to get content up?
We're going to get some content up for her very soon, Mike Turner. I know I said this week, which was this past week, but I've been super busy doing a lot of stuff, you know, behind the scenes. You know, I was looking for boats, driving, shopping, you know, doing all that stuff. So we just been super, super busy. Doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes on the YouTube channel. But we're gonna get it up very soon. I promise you, we'll get it up very soon. Get it some
okay. Norman sent me a message. It says a catfish tournament, June 12th and the 19th. If you want to be a part of it, contact him and let him know. For everybody who wants to be a part of it, he'll be doing 9 people per day. And they'll keep doing weekends to fill up for everybody that wants to join in on it. And he will get you out the information and rules and all that for the channel catfish contest or tournament.
Channel cats, okay. We don't have too many channel cats in the Potomac River.
Well, you definitely, like we said, the women's tournament is whatever you catch catfish wise.
Gotcha.
I think that if you can talk her into it, I think she'll enjoy it.
Oh yeah, she definitely will. She'll have a great time out there. She'll be able to catch some on her new rod and reel. So.
Yeah, and Norm did say, you know, stuff that you can't do, like netting the fish, you know, stuff like that we need help with, that we can have a helper for stuff like that.
Okay.
But as far as, you know, casting out there and catching the fish, and we got to do all that ourselves. So.
Well, I will be I'll be the spokesman and the netter. I'll help with the netting.
Right.
I'll be there cheering you guys on.
You better cheer her on or you'll be in trouble.
Oh, definitely cheering her on.
Norm says the Potomac River is loaded with channel cats.
They do have channel catfish. It's not very big, and you don't catch them often. You catch blue, and then you might catch a channel here and there. But majority of them, I caught channels in the Potomac River. It's just not very often.
And one spot down here close to my house, you can catch the far out of channels all day long. But
I wanted to go for the channel catfish contest. There's 2 locations I'd go. One would be Frank Colton Grand Rice Lake, and two would be down below Carlisle Lake Dam. Because I get no channels like this, 12, 14 inches all day long off cut bait. I can pull a Norman, be a baby killer for the day.
So, Haz, are you gonna get into any of these tournaments like Chad's having?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. He hit me up, asking if I wanted to be on this last one, but I couldn't do it. I was working. We're installing kitchen cabinets at one of my projects, the houses, so we couldn't do it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get in on these tournaments. We're gonna plan something up for you guys to do something in April for the DC catfish anglers. We're gonna do something for you guys, put a tournament on. So we're in the beginning phases of it, but we're gonna get together and do something. But yeah, I'll definitely do the tournaments.
That'll be nice. To that all you guys up there that fish the Potomac, I enjoy watching those.
Yeah, Ray left like a long message on all of our YouTube channels.
Isn't
that's a great idea.
Yeah, so we'll get me, Chunky, DMV, Mark, and Brandon. We'll all come together and put something on for you guys.
That would be epic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget TBA too.
Yeah, Brandon is TBA. I call him Brandon, but yeah, TBA. that's his first name.
Stan, come on now. Stan says he caught blues and channels on pepperoni from Little Caesar's Pizza. I guess you can catch them on anything if they're hungry enough.
You can catch the catfish on anything. You can catch anything. They'll hit it. That's funny.
But I would have never thought to throw a pepperoni in there.
Yeah, I know. I like to eat the pepperonis.
Yeah. The thing about pepperoni is the oil content in it.
Yeah.
Pepperoni is loaded with oil.
Yeah.
That puts a lot of scent out there, so that's gonna make one heck of an attraction.
Yeah, that'll put off a good scent in the water.
So you said you have been fishing for carp. What have you been using for bait and stuff for the carp?
So I use when I went to North Carolina, I went to go fish Jordan Lake, and I didn't have much luck there. I only caught a catfish on a bass lure I think it was a spinner that I was throwing. And then I went to go to a smaller lake, and I was fishing for like 3 hours. At this point, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was the hottest part of the day, and I was getting beat up by the sun, and I was just ready to come in. So I put my kayak back up on the bank where I was parked at, and there was a guy there carp fishing. Didn't know him, but we got to chatting, and we were talking, and then he's like, you can I got plenty of bait, you can fish right here. So we were fishing for carp for my first time, and we were using pack bait. He made pack bait out of strawberry, jello, panko, and corn, and then put corn on the hook. And for the first 3 hours, 4 hours we were out there, we were only catching bullhead, catfish, and turtles. Then we ran out of bait, so I ran to the store, got some more bait, came back, and then I caught 2 carp right after that, within the next hour as the sun was going down. And I was using a light tackle 6-pound test line to get them in, and it took me like 4 or 5 minutes to get each carp in, but it was a great fight though. So shout out to the guy James who put me on to the pack bait. So yeah, that's what we used, and I use that ever since. I went fishing with Mark up here in Virginia side of the Potomac River, and we were using pack bait that day, and I caught catfish, caught carp, and caught striper that day.
That'd be cool.
I was trying to see if anybody else said anything. We got Mo homesteading in the house. Thank you, Mo, for stopping
That's
in.
another awesome channel. She supports the catfish community.
Mm-hmm.
And she's great.
Yeah, Mo, she was live earlier. I stopped in on her live for a little bit.
Yeah, I did too. A lot of times, you guys, I got to say this. A lot of times I'll be watching and doing other stuff, so I may not say anything in the chat, but I'm there. I'll hit that thumbs up and I'll watch, but don't think I'm ignoring you because I'm probably, like Mo said, she was, watching in the background. That's what I'm usually doing 9 times out of 10. I'm carrying the phone around and setting it places and, watching and doing dishes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm always lurking.
We are planning to have more female catfishermen on this channel as guests.
Mm-hmm.
Lee, yes, the Channel Cat tournament is going to be put on by Catfish Headhunters. Norm is putting on a Channel Cat tournament, and if you want in on it, get a hold of him. He has a Facebook channel that is Catfish Headhunters, and then he's got his own personal page. But look him up on Facebook, and he'll get you hooked up with the Channel Cat tournament. I think it's in June. I'm not absolutely certain, but I think it's what Avid just said.
Yeah.
And then any and all ladies that want to be in the women's tournament in August, we would love to get, as many ladies as we can do it as possible because, and I'm thrilled that he's doing it because Sabrina, the one that was on here on our channel last week that I missed, I talked to her and we were actually saying just the other day that we needed to have a women's tournament. And I sent her the link last night and I told her that Norm had set one up and she's pretty excited about it. And I also want to keep her in prayers because she got her COVID shot and she said she's having flu-like symptoms. She just feels kind of, puny. So we want to keep her in prayers that she feels better. And, that there's so many out there that's not well and, got personal things going on. And we want to pray for all of them, anyone that's in need. But
yes,
I am extremely excited about the women's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Catfish Hunter, which is Lloyd, says, Haz Life, you're awesome, buddy. Thanks for doing the show tonight.
Thanks, Catfish Hunter. I appreciate that. It means a lot, man. Thank you, guys.
I'm glad you could make it on Valentine's Day and take some time away from your honey, your sweetheart.
Yeah, tell her we said thank you too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I told her that I had this planned, in advance, and that I took her out to dinner yesterday, and we celebrated our Valentine's Day yesterday, and then she cooked dinner for me too today, so that was nice. But she's knocked out now.
That's a good, loving wife.
Yeah, definitely.
One last thing, Rocco would like to know what we feel about the virtual catfish conference. Have any of us been to the one in person? This will be his first. And no, I was wanting to go in person. I had already set up the time to go and had saved up some money to go. I can't wait till they get to have another one in person. But I'll definitely be watching the virtual one. And Haz is actually going to be on the virtual one, so you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Tara Blackburn, when you're in the boat with JB, do me a favor. Handcuff him and tape him down to his chair so he can't get up. If he starts back talking, you put tape over his mouth.
Yeah, I can't wait till for the catfish conference. It definitely sucks that it's not in person, but like everything else that's happened during COVID, you just have to adapt to it and just keep pushing forward. So they're making the best situation out of what they can.
Right.
It's gonna be my first time, so I'm glad that I get to be a part of it, and I can't wait till the next one that's gonna be in person and get to actually meet everybody. So I'm just
adapt and overcome. That's what we've had to do. And I
Yeah,
really think that during all this COVID mess, that it's made the catfish community stronger. I
yeah,
think,
yeah. I do
you
too.
know.
I do too. Yeah.
I'm not scared of her, JB. I'm not scared of her.
Good night, Stan. We hope you feel better.
Good night, Stan. Get well soon, bud.
All right, Stan. Hope you feel better. Hope your phone is okay.
Norman, last night in your live when you were talking about the catfish channel catfish tournament, a few of us was asking if we could keep the channel cats, and you never answered.
It was that to me.
No, that's
That was
for
to
Okay,
Norm
yeah,
for the.
yeah. I'm sorry. I was just making sure.
No,
I'm doing this to keep my commitment to the guests I have already lined up, and
What's that?
I'm not going to back out on them. And since I got a new co-host, I'm not going to leave her hanging.
You better not.
No, I'm not going to leave her hanging unless I absolutely have to. But I'll be giving her heads up and have a backup with him to do it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, we're coming up on the 2.5 hour mark. I don't really have anything else to say. What would you like to say to close out the show?
Your closing thoughts.
I would like to thank Katie and Avid for reaching out to me and making me a part of the family from the bank. Yes, I do have a boat now, but I'm still going to be from the bank. I'm still going to be out there fishing from the bank with the family, with the kids, with everybody, having a good time. Appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I wish nothing but much success. Keep grinding. I will keep grinding, putting out good content. Go follow and subscribe to the Haz Life channel if you guys have already done so. And thank you. Appreciate it. Let's keep it up.
Thanks you guys for coming in. We've had we got 66 thumbs up, and we've still got 35 people in here with us after 2.5 hours. So I think we've done pretty good tonight, guys. We've kept them entertained at least. Avid?
We had an awesome night tonight with a great guest and a great co-host. We have an awesome family in chat that kept us rolling. We've had a great time, and let's look out for our guest next week. And be here at 8 o'clock Central Time, but it may be early. You never know.
Yeah, we're after Palmetto. If he ends early, we'll be in here as quick as I can get set up because Avid's always ready. It's me you got to wait on.
I was ready at 6 o'clock. All right. After the door next, I'm like, I threw the link at Katie. She says, I'm not ready. I'm like, well, you better get ready. And I threw the link at her. She goes, wait a minute. You said it is. Things change.
Thanks for coming in and joining us, Rocco. Make sure if you're new, please like, subscribe, and turn on that bell for Avid, and you catch our show every Sunday night. Haz, thank you once again. It's been great. We definitely got to talk some more. I love talking fishing.
Definitely.
So if anybody does have any ideas of any young YouTubers that's starting and would like to get them out there, get in contact with us on Facebook Messenger.
Yep. All right.
And we can get something started for March.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, guys. God bless.
God
Good
bless.
night. God bless and keep the lines tight.